excellent evolutionary showcase.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Stormer Mia Plays, and we are back with more of the Elder Scrolls Online. Welcome back to Tamriel, explicitly the Solstice DLC zone. This is Reewish, the mighty battle wizard, our character we've been playing for many, many years as we go through the content of the Elder Scrolls Online. Let me send out invites. I hadn't been doing this for a while, but let's get back into the habit of doing it now. All right, let's get underway. Hey, Joe, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I will take Eaton's turn as soon as I can. That's where
No. Focus on the stream, obviously. I just put that in so I didn't have to worry about it.
Gotcha. Let me see. I kind of want to change mounts. I don't really like the big, bulky mounts, unless I don't have a choice in the matter. We have so many mounts these days. They have definitely, changed things up and moved things into their own categories. It used to be, heavy mounts, and then they've definitely changed that. I'm an abomination. No. Here's our first sky shard. As per usual, our first objectives in the new zone is to go collect all the sky shards, do all the delves, do the public dungeon, and then start working on area quest. We only do the main quest once everything else is done. Okay, let's see here.
This character's crap.
That character's like, I don't like you either. Which character is it from? I'm assuming it's from My Hero Academia.
Yeah, Seiji Shishiku, he's from a rival school.
Okay. So he's not an anime character, or not a very big anime character if he is.
No, you motherfucker. Sorry, try not to swear, but by God. Failing miserably, it seems.
Joe, this is the game where we literally had a bear that was high on coffee. I think we're fine. Hello, thanks for joining the stream. It's been too long since we played as Reewish, but you know. I had intended to do this when it first came out, and then I was like, well, I'm just going to wait until the whole zone is available, because we only have access to half the zone. So this is Western Solstice. The rest of Solstice, which is the bit over here, won't be available until later this year. But there's an event where we have to take down this wall, and part of the quest requires the wall be up where for certain, like, aspects of it, so I don't know how they intend to do that, like whether or not the wall will just stay up until you complete the last quest in the area and then it will go down, or if you actually have to like complete the quest beforehand, because otherwise you won't be able to see the wall anymore. And I kind of didn't want it to not make sense, like, oh, there's a big wall stopping us, when there's not actually a big wall stopping them, and it's completely, like, redundant, so. That's kind of my mindset, is why we're doing this now, so. Oh, and they've added a dungeon here, Black Gem Foundry, I didn't realize that was here. Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with the dungeons either. We used to do the dungeon runs, like, every time they came out. I also need to remember I don't need to worry about getting off my mount at water, because my mounts can swim now. So if water will not knock me off my mounts anymore, which is really, really nice, and I really wish they had added that to the game years ago. There's a quest here, but we're not going to pick this up yet. We'll do this. Oh, it's Keshu the Black Fin. Okay, we'll get to you later, Keshu. Probably even today. Okay, there is a delve that's nearby. Gonna want to do that, so let's go ahead and knock it out while we're traveling. Solstice is not the biggest zone, and doesn't really have as much content as other areas, so we should be finished fairly quickly. So I'm thinking maybe 2 or 3 streams to finish everything.
Remember the light of... You're not going to wait in line? I assumed someone so stunning would seek wanton merriment instead of beauty. Hold on. There's strength in your stance. Are you a warrior? I need someone who can hold firm in the face of temptation.
Why do you need a warrior?
That line leads to the Vale of Revelry, a raucous affair put on by the revelers of the Rose to honor Sanguine. What the Daedric Prince of Perversity has to offer, I do not know, but my acolytes sought to spread Dibella's light. They haven't returned.
You're worried because your acolytes haven't left the party?
Revelers drown in wine, dance to exhaustion, or eat until their bellies burst at these festivities. My acolytes believed their devotion to Dibella would protect them, but the goddess of beauty has no power in the Vale. Please, I can pay you.
I'll get your missing acolytes to leave the Vale of Revelry.
Enter that tent, but be wary. Sanguine revelers are as likely to turn their weapons on you as they are to offer you wine. Convince my acolytes to leave the party and exit that tent. I'll wait for you here.
Tell me more about the acolytes I'm looking for.
Rakaman, Herewin, and Mornabeth. Rakaman's heart yearns to love all he sees. He needs guidance, unlike Reewish. Her stubborn nature appeals to many, and she never wants for admirers. I pray for Mornabeth. She only recently joined the Blushing Brush.
What's the Blushing Brush?
The sect of Debella followers we belong to. We're artists, you see. We look for beauty in all things and share that splendor through our art. One priest brought a warlord to tears with a painting of blades of grass. We all aspire to emulate him.
I'd like to know more about Debella. Why did her priest care about a sanguine party?
You want to know about Debella? If my acolytes weren't in danger, the things I could tell you, the wonders I could show you, but no, we have no time. She's the Lady of Love and the Goddess of Beauty. Sanguine perverts everything she holds dear.
How does sanguine do that?
Beauty and love are about appreciating the individuals involved, be they flowers or persons. Sanguine doesn't know how to sip a glass of wine or gently hold a hand. He chugs and squeezes. He deals in excess. That's not love, that's greed.
But why do you care about greedy revelers in one sanguine party?
Many of Debella's devotees come from sanguine cults. These parties seem to offer everything you need when you're seeking companionship, joy, and beauty. But they leave you colder and lonelier than before. Love fills the chasms that excess can't. The Revelers of the Rose are the largest sanguine cult on the island. They host several feasts, festivals, and functions, but this particular party is bigger than expected.
Bigger than expected? What do you mean?
I'm not sure. I've seen so many revelers enter the tent, but no one's exited in a long time. I haven't even seen the signs move. And do you hear music or raucous chatter? It's almost as if the party wasn't in the tent, but somewhere else.
You think there's an actual veil inside the tent?
I don't know what to think. The revelers say the veil of revelry is inside that tent. Perhaps a portal or some other Daedric magic. Be prepared for anything once you enter. Whatever you encounter, I doubt it will be what you expect.
Alright, let's go in. Oh, we need a companion. Mary, get out here.
Ready when you are.
Alright. Alright, so looks like our targets are on all over the map. Greetings and salutations, and thank you for choosing Doom. Y'all clearly didn't hear when I said no more cultists. Y'all should have listened.
I really don't like your arm.
Solstice giant crocodile skull.
Watch me dance. This is much better than sensually waving your arms like a beautiful flower or painting scenes of love. I'll kick my feet and scatter gravel to my heart's content. Are you here to dance as well?
The High Priestess sent me. She wants you to lead the party.
Carol ruins everything. She preaches love and beauty, but only worships the things she thinks are pretty. Her definition of beautiful isn't the only one.
What's your idea of beauty then?
I want to revel in anything that makes me feel incredible, like this glorious kicking dance. The blushing brush promised a life filled with people who are as pretty as I am. But Cararil's rules dull my appearance. My beauty fades under Debella.
If your beauty isn't with Debella, where is it then?
Here, with the revelers and sanguine worshippers. Here, you don't have to worry about appearances or being graceful at every moment. There's just feeling and glorious music. I'll leave this party, but only to tell Cararil to stop controlling me. I'll be out once I cool my anger. No need for Cararil to ruin everyone's fun.
All love, all beauty is a gift from Debella. Adore her. Oh, hello. Are you interested in hearing about the glories of Debella? I won't take up much of your time, but knowing about her love would be useful in this place.
You must be one of the High Priestess's acolytes. She sent me to get you out of this party.
She sent you? Is she worried? Oh no, she probably thought I fell back into old habits.
Old habits?
Cararil didn't tell you? I was a reveler before she found me. I rotted away at these affairs, looking for love and joy. Oh, I was lost for so long. Now that I have found myself again, Cararil knows my fears.
If you're so worried, why would you enter the Reveler's party?
I worry for the people like me. The ones trying to fill an emptiness with wine and frivolity. People who long to get lost in the moment but don't know how to find their way back. No one here wants my help, though. Time to return to Cararil. I'll make my way out. Let me just gather my things.
Tyler! Her voice.
One more to find, and then we gotta find the Sky Shard, and we're out.
This wine tastes of
You may as well help out with this.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. That one put up a fight, didn't they?
Ah, this one's wine goblet is empty. Where are the servants? An empty goblet is an unfulfilled goblet. It needs more wine.
Are you one of the High Priestess acolytes? She's worried about you.
Cararil. Oh, bright moons know. Rakaman stayed too long. He only indulged to see how ugly drunkenness can be. But drunkenness shines and swirls. He can see the Lady of Love in the rippling stars. Cararil must know of this. He will tell her. This one will go now. Once the world stops spinning.
And once the world stops dancing, the cha-cha. Okay, let's see. So, Veil of Reverie. Sky Shard is like right over here-ish. there it is. The question is, how do I get to it? Alright, we're done here. Whoopsie. Oh, that's player.
Apologies for the unkind words you heard. I hope Reewin's actions did not lower your opinion of our sect, not after you went to all that trouble of rescuing my acolytes.
Did your acolytes be alright?
I don't know what they saw in there, what they experienced, but they will live, thanks to you. You braved the temptations of Sanguine and returned. I hope this covers the cost of your labors. May Debella's love hug you like a warm blanket.
Warm blanket.
On Debella and your brushes. I will dance at that party until I'm ready to leave.
This one does not feel well.
He's down.
There's beauty in all things, especially the sight of a foul person retreating.
Debella's teachings are varied and plentiful.
Why is the High Priestess here twice? Game, are you okay? She cloned herself? Shadow clone Jutsu.
She's got a twin sister who follows Sanguine's, wondering where all her followers went.
They
And you
happen
find
to
out
have the
that
exact
they're all
same name.
twins. You got the wrong ones!
Oopsie. Mark this location since I think I have to come back here later anyways.
Wow. What? Have you gotten even more annoying lately, Shishikura? Did something happen? You're even more like yourself than usual.
More like yourself. That's just not fair. Who's telling him this? Is it Deku?
His classmate.
Oh, okay. Another sky shot. Alright, that puts us at 4 of 9. So there's 2 more delves and 2 more other sky shards to find. There's another delve like right along the coast over this way. We shine as one. I will deal with you soon. Be patient. There's thunder and lightning outside. Hey, look, we're swimming on the mount. We didn't get dismounted. Oh, I gotta pick this up while I'm in the area. I never saw clouds as dark as these, or heard the wind howl so loudly. Coxswain Belvid Belvold, whatever, says there's no avoiding this storm. If we don't sail fast enough, we're dead. If this contract falls through, I'm as good as dead. I'll make a bad decision, or if I make a bad decision, the crew will turn on me and I'll be dead. Cheery thoughts, I know. I have a plan, a way to make it to shore and fulfill the contract. These volcanic pearls will have more luck staying intact in the sea than they will on board a rolling ship. Once we make it to the northwestern side of the island and the village of Shore Stand, I'll send my crew after them. If they make it to land, we'll find them. Or if someone else finds them first, bring the pearls to us. We know how to strike a bargain that's worth your while. Captain Genevieve Deltian. Grab these while we're passing. We can find the captain.
Why does all his aerial attacks have unlocked?
There's another thing that they dropped off from Genevieve, a slowed slime. Volcanic pearls and slowed slime. Oh god. Beware the wandering spirit. Secrets in the sand. Ah, good. That's the Delph quest over here. That's what I was hoping to find.
You do not fear me. Do you know me? No, impossible. So much time has passed. If only I had my memories. At least it would bring my spirit some sense of peace.
You don't remember anything?
Nothing. Not even my name. I only remember awakening to a wrenching pain. And it grows stronger near a specific corpse in that tainted Leal village out in the water. It must hold some clue to my past. But I cannot stand the pain, or avoid the others.
Others?
An undead tribe of Argonians roams the islet. Tainted, controlled by a lich who seeks to claim my spirit.
For fuck's sake.
The corpse must hold the answers. Would you help me investigate and recover my memories? Any valuables we find along the way are yours.
Alright, I'll help you recover your memories.
I will meet you in the tainted Leal village. I would like to spend a little more time with the tides before I return to the pain. The boat nearby will take you to the islet. Its angler never returned after he saw me, screamed in fear and fled.
Tell me more about the lich you mentioned.
I have only seen glimpses of it while fleeing to evade its grasp. For as long as I can remember, it has been seeking to claim me.
Why do you think it's after you?
Another mystery that haunts me. I think it deliberately orders the undead to keep me from the village. And I am certain it revels in my pain. Could it know something about my lost memories?
I suppose that's possible.
It feels good to have someone to talk to. Someone not afraid. The tides can only bring so much comfort. Even if we end up learning nothing, I will cherish the help you provided, friend.
What's the first thing you remember?
I remember waking up in fear and pain. Then I noticed I was a spirit, dead. And I had no memories of anything that came before. I have been trying to remember something, anything, ever since.
You woke up in the village?
Just outside the entrance, but I was instantly drawn toward the village. And then I saw what was inside. I ran, but this is as far as I can go before I am pulled back to that accursed place.
You mentioned a Pacific corpse.
Yes, it draws me toward it. But the closer I get, the more pain I feel a piercing anguish that burns my soul. Something in that village must hold the key to my captivity, and all I have forgotten. Whatever the truth, I must know what happened to me.
What should I know about Tainted Leal?
My experiences with the village are limited. Most of what I know comes from whispers spoken by the occasional passerby, until they notice me and run in fear. They say a colony of shell-tied Argonians resided on the islet, apart from Solstice.
Do you know why they chose to live separately?
One scholar I listened to said they dabbled in necromancy, that an accident turned them all undead. Perhaps that is true.
Occupational hazard of playing with
There
necromancy,
is
yes.
more to it than that. But not even the tides hold any answers for me, no matter how long I stare at them.
You remember this colony?
Yes, maybe. I feel a connection to the place, no matter how it pains me. And if the tides will not reveal reflections of my past life, then we must go to the source. With your assistance, I will endure the suffering and learn what I can.
Alright, so let's go help him. One lizard to another.
I feel it again. That dagger in its chest. Pull it out. That dagger belongs to me. I remember. I am Aketchun. I remember now. I cast a ward upon that dagger to protect my body from this undead curse. I am unsure as to why it also fractured my memory, but at least now I remember who I am.
And who are you exactly?
I was the village Niswo, a priest of Sithis, the embodiment of chaos and change. That is all I can recall for...
What's wrong now?
I feel it again. The same force that drew me to my corpse. It must be parts of my memory, scattered by the spell. No wonder I was always drawn back to this location. One lies nearby. Another two are in the village. We must find them.
You think pieces of your memory were scattered by the spell?
The spell was a ward. It was not meant to behave this way. Something must have interfered with it and fractured my memory. My missing memories might hold the answer. Let us speak again once we find them.
Okay. Okay. Oh, the sky. Oh, I have to go around to get to the sky shard, I think. So let's do that first before we do anything else.
Not even the poor Gwar was spared. It hurts me.
Vorpal plasm.
once soothed my entire I brought a high elf mage here to save our village from some danger. My spirit still feels drawn to other parts of the village. We need to keep looking.
Why do I get the feeling the High Elf Mage is the one who betrayed them and turned them all into undead and became the Lich? Such a stereotypical High Elf action.
I never lose it. Tread carefully. I sense a sinister force lurking deeper inside. The Lich is near. My spirit wants to flee, but I will not let you face this alone.
Joe, there's someone who wants to talk to you in the chat.
The Temple of Sithis. I was wearing that right before I cast my ward when I killed someone. This is painful, but I am finally beginning to understand. We are close.
Well, shoot, I missed the route to the Sky Shard, apparently. Go back this way and see if I can find it. Here we go.
I sense peace.
Alright, one more missing memory piece to find, and then I think we're done here.
The board on that side. I recall a mistake I made. It destroyed my tribe, the Zaman Talal. That is it. I remember. No. Meet me by my corpse, friend, and you will know everything. You must.
Off with you, swing!
Sheesh, Mary. Trying to cut them down with only your words. Use your arrows. It would be a lot less painful.
I remember everything. It feels like pieces of my memory are stitching back together. So many emotions and memories. The Corellanians are responsible for what happened here. The Corellanians and me.
Tell me what happened, Akchan. What do you remember?
A storm was bearing down on our islet. A deadly storm. I sought the aid of powerful mages, high elves from the Corellanian clan on Solstice. They were more well-versed in the arcane arts than we were, more capable of casting the protection we needed.
Then what happened?
I was foolish to think the passage of tides had changed them. They were still the necromancers of old, The necromancers who took much of our land as their own. They demanded my soul in exchange for their help. I agreed, but then fear overtook me.
What did you do?
I killed a Coralania mage and fled. My ward was supposed to protect my body, keep it from rising in undeath. But it reacted to their spell and tied my spirit to this island. My people, they succumbed and now serve the Lich. I need your help.
What are you asking me?
I invited the Coralanians here because I feared the storm more than them. It is my fault that my people died and now serve the Lich. I need you to tell me what to do. Remain bound here to help my people, or move on to the Void to face my punishment.
You want me to make this decision for you?
My past decisions caused this. I no longer trust my instincts, so I ask you to choose for me. Should I remain a lingering spirit to try to free my village from this curse? Or will you burn my corpse and release me to the Void to face Sithis' wrath?
Your people need you. Stay here and find a way to remove the curse.
Yes. I must remain to find a way to lift this curse. It is my duty as my people's Niswo. I will gladly spend an eternity here if I can save my village. We can use the items we found to bind my spirit and anchor it here. Place the items by my corpse, and I will bind my spirit. With that, my spirit is forever bound to this place. And so I am bound here, but now with my memories intact. I will not waste this chance. Fear no longer has a hold on me. I will find a way to free my people and lift this tainted curse. Thank you for showing me this path, friend.
Well, let's go free your people.
No, my friend. That task is mine, and mine alone. And it will take much time. Necromantic curses are complicated spells, not easily thwarted. But I could not have reached this point without you. And one day, my village will be free. Thanks to you. How strange. To finally have my memories restored, and my purpose renewed. Now the true work of saving my people begins. And I will not fail them again. This, I swear.
Do you know how you plan to remove the curse from your village?
Not yet. I must learn more about what is happening here. Whether this curse was the Necromancer's original plan, or the result of my actions when I killed one of them and set my ward. This may be the work of decades, centuries, but I have time. Now that my memories are restored, I recognize the Lich as the Coralanian mage I killed right before the storm struck. I was a fool to abandon my faith and turn to those villains. I suppose death is not an obstacle to those who practice necromancy.
Nope, more of a minor inconvenience.
It was beautiful, Zaman Tala. Simple. Peaceful. I was their priest, and the people were happy. That is why I tried so hard to save them from that storm. If only I had trusted my faith and not turned to those necromancers.
Huh? It's another delve down. 2 down to go, and we're not even an hour into the stream yet. We're definitely going to get to the area quest today. That's definitely going to happen. Okay, let me see. Next Sky Shard is over here. The final delve is on the same little island. Before I do that, then I want to ride up this way and get the wing shrine.
I'm tired of walking anyway.
It's traveling around faster.
I am a Grey, a hard-shelled stormcaller. And I am an Orc, a clear-eyed... At last, someone arrives. On behalf of the North Country Exchange...
Yes, I will do that eventually, but not right this minute. We are not ready to meet Rickart's sister yet. Soon.
With bow aglow, your shot the night. Silence bloomed with dawn's first light.
Never thought I'd be so happy to smell such an awful stench. I thought the storm took it for certain. But the sight of it lifts my spirits more than this full tankard. You did me a better turn than you know. Take this for your troubles.
Whatever friendly instinct drove you this way, know that I am not open.
And there's my luck righted. You have no idea how hard it was to secure volcanic pearls directly from Ash Mountain. Thank you. I apologize for my terse attitude before. I hope this is enough to show you my appreciation.
All I'm missing is a box of snow truffles, and then maybe I have a chance to keep this client happy. I might be able to save what little remains of my family. I should send a letter to my client. See if they can wait a little longer before we meet.
I haven't found the snow truffles yet, so... Grab that way shrine, and then we'll go. There we go. Now we're off to get the Sky Shard. Collect the Sky Shard. You have to be a simple person. You see a glowing thing, you collect the glowing thing. Now to talk about your trees. Or how to grow your trees. Sunlight and lots of water. Moving on. I'm such a comedian. I haven't watched Kedgewood's ESO stuff in a while. Like, he hasn't done any new ESO stuff in a while either, so...
Please take me.
Malmer.
Can you assist me? This cavern contains the skull of one of my ancestors, which serves as a focus for a powerful necrotic spell. With the worm cult nearby, I can't leave the skull here, but I can't simply remove it either.
Why can't you just take the skull?
My ancestor Gandalek performed a ritual ages ago that bound spirits to Carapace Cavern. His skull is the focus. If I merely remove it, the spirits will be freed to wreak havoc across the island. I must make this right, but I can't do it alone. I hire you to take this orb to altars inside the cavern. I'll perform a ritual from here to attune it to the area's necrotic energy. Then, you exchange the orb for my ancestor's skull. Let's get started, before the worm cult realizes what's in here.
Alright, I'll take the orb to the altars inside and swap it for the skull.
Take the orb into the cavern, visit each altar, and hold out the orb. Then I can attune the altar's concentrated necrotic energy into it. I'll meet you at each altar in astral form, and perform the attunement rite.
You aren't coming inside with me?
No, I need to stay here and focus on the ritual. All those spirits and hadalids make for a distracting environment. I'm sure you can handle them without my help, though. Oh, yes. Plenty of hadalids. So many hadalids. Intelligent shellfolk who defend their nests to the death. Between them and the spirits Gandalek bound to the cavern, I couldn't perform the ritual and retrieve his skull. Too many interruptions. I'm not sure he bound them on purpose, but yes, he was a necromancer, much to my clan's chagrin. Yet some cheered him on, since power is power, no matter the source. Others found his magic gruesome and distasteful, like me. Gandalek used his own body as the focus of a necromantic ritual that went awry. Even though it killed him, the ritual was never completed. It continues to collect necrotic energy and binds the spirits of his old crew. His skull remains as the focus. Exactly. With your help, I'll finish the ritual and use the orb to absorb and dissipate the collected necrotic energy. Eventually, the bound spirits will be freed, provided the dampening orb works as I intend it to.
What does this orb do exactly?
When attuned to an area's necrotic energy, it absorbs and dampens that energy. Think of how you can smother a fire with a blanket to extinguish it. That's what this orb does, but not fully. Well, we're basically completing the ritual my ancestor started, so that we can remove the skull without releasing the spirits bound in this cavern. A trickle of the necrotic energy needs to remain in place after we swap out the skull. Not forever, but if the binding energy is removed too quickly, the spirits could escape to cause trouble across the island. The dampening properties of the orb will slowly dissipate the energy, allowing the spirits to eventually move on as intended. Them. They're Tamrielic necromancers who arrived on the island recently. Solstice does have a certain reputation. Cursed, haunted, the Forgotten Land. If the skull contains as much power as I suspect, I'd rather keep it away from the world.
That why they're here, or are they after the skull?
Specifically, I don't think so. But this island has a connection to Molag Bal and the undead. Even the High Elves who settled here were once into all kinds of necromantic nonsense. So, rumors of cursed relics of untold power abound.
If the skull has been here for ages, why can't we deal with it now?
Huh, that's a tale. The short version is my clan has always tried to forget Gandalek. Ignore the dishonor and infamy that stained my family. Finally, one of our elders put her foot down and told me to find the skull and put it to rest. So here I am.
Alright, let's do this.
You lead.
Hard to believe it's been 3 years since we played this like every single day. Well, not every single day, but every single week. Because it used to be our every week, like every week on Sunday, it was Elder Scrolls Online for the longest time.
Here's the first altar. Present the orb while I perform my ritual. Mother of Seas, that took more out of me than I expected. But we're done with this one.
Like, oh no, we're dead again. I forgot Mary doesn't like it when you pick up bugs.
If you're going to kill bugs, at least kill better flies. Get noticed, but style gets remembered. Ooh, Dawn's fury, that hurt. Something in these altars resonates through the arcane matrix when I attune the orb.
Might be why it killed your ancestor, honestly.
If it helps, I'm scared too. Last altar. Time to get to work. The orb is fully attuned. Now head to the main chamber near the entrance to retrieve my ancestor's skull and finish this.
We'll grab the sky shard on the way. I think I had a lot of trouble figuring how to get this sky shard the first time. Why did you not actually work? There we go. Shit. Ah! Ha ha ha! Streak comes in handy once more. Yes, I could have found the legitimate way to get up there, but why the legitimate way when I can do the movement skill? Right, just to go back to the main chamber, get the skull, and we're out of here, and that's all the delve's done. Which just leaves the other overworld sky shards. If there's any left, there's one more overworld sky shard and one more in the public dungeon, and then we can start working on area quests. Yeah, whether this is 2 or 3 is heavily going to depend on how many area quests I get done today. There's treasure everywhere. Well, I say treasure, but it's not real treasure. It's fake treasure. Alright, let's get out of here. We're done.
And the flow of necrotic energy has changed. Well done. Minor adjustments to the law will only make your way outside. Excellent. The attuned dampening orb works perfectly. And I set up the siphoning process. Over time, the necrotic energy in the cavern should wane. Then the spirits here will eventually move on to their final rest. Now, the skull, if you please.
Ugh. I'm currently looking.
Oh, at last. My ancestor, Sea Lord Gandalek, has been a dark stain on my clan's reputation for long enough. Now, after all these years, his ritual has been finished, and soon his crew will know rest. Here, take this. And thanks again for assisting me. I hear an alliance to combat the worm cult is forming in Sunport. After I take Sea Lord Gandalek's skull to my aunt, I may venture there myself. Unless, of course, my clan needs me to deal with some other problem.
Do all Sea Elf clans have someone like you?
Yes, more or less. It's easy, but wrong to imprison all clans in the same cage. That is to say, broad generalizations are useful in the abstract, but often cause harmful misunderstandings in practice. Most definitely. I've learned a few good magical tricks in my work. Even if the worm cult comes along, they'd have a hard time trying to use the necrotic energy at this point, especially without my ancestor's skull. As my aunt has said of my ancestor, that man clutched secrets more tightly than a drowning land legs holds on to flotsam. I doubt he told his crew more than he needed to. Less than that, even.
Alright. Let's see, we've got one more Overland Sky Shard. Let's see if I can figure out where it's located. It is on the way. There is a point of interest over here to grab. We'll grab that on the way. I do wish I could find a way to turn off these distances on markers. I'm not a really big fan of it. It distracts me. It's just extra AI or extra UI that I just don't require. But I've not been able to find the option that turns it off yet, so.
Alright, but don't cry for mine.
There's Temple to Meridia. A new hand touches the beacon. Okay, so now just the public dungeon, which is up here. Could probably just cut right across the water since I won't get knocked off my mount anymore. Nope, I'm gonna eat my slaughterfish. Okay, now I'm not. Okay, good. Through the wind and the waves.
Grotto is cursed, outsider. The tides test me, outsider. Daedra Grotto has been twisted and overrun by Daedra. Not only have they turned the cave into something
otherworldly. Their very presence spreads a terrible and debilitating disease.
Tell me about this disease.
I call it the Daedric Scourge. As the grotto's healer, I noticed it soon after the Daedra appeared and the cave began to change. We were collecting ingredients for a curative when the illness finally overtook me. Now I am too weak to finish the task.
You said we. I don't see anyone with you.
My friend, Razik. She is still inside. Sick and alone. Outsider, would you assist me? Help me find Razik and gather the remaining ingredients for the curative. I will compensate you, of course. The grotto cannot be allowed to fall to this disease. Here, this lists what afflicted items to look for and where to find them. As for Razik, we were separated deep inside the grotto. After the illness struck me and I became disoriented.
Alright, and I am back.
Okay. Welcome back.
Took ill as well. First, it weakens the body. Then it targets the mind. Makes the tides within so turbulent that it slowly erodes the person you were until you become feral. Soon after that, the end comes. Violent as a summer storm.
And you think your curative will eradicate the disease and save the victims?
The curative is untested, but I am among the best healers on the island. And it is the only chance the people of the grotto have. If it does not work, the grotto, perhaps all of Solstice, is doomed.
Tell me about the grotto.
The grotto serves as a safe haven for smugglers, pirates, and those who prefer to live apart from Sunport and the scattered villages. It was a relatively peaceful place. Then the Daedra came.
When did the Daedra first appear?
About the same time we noticed the arrival of the dark necromancers on the island. The ones the force from the mainland call the Worm Cult. The Daedra are bad enough, but the sickness they brought with them, and the grotto, it is changing.
What do you mean changing?
I do not know how else to describe it. The interior of the grotto seems to be transforming, becoming something strange, otherworldly. You will need to see it for yourself, outsider. I do not have the words. Besides the disease and the Daedra, there are the victims themselves. When an afflicted enters the second stage of the illness, they become wild, feral. People I have known as friends suddenly attacking anyone around them who hasn't yet become feral.
Right, we need to watch out for the disease, the Daedra, and the afflicted.
The curative will not help those who have turned feral. So if we encounter them, do what you must. If the tides are with us, we will craft the curative before any more of my people reach that stage of the disease.
And of course, it started pouring outside.
Ah, that's not a problem right now, is it?
Well, no, but it's been threatening rain all day. Actually, it's a really good thing, and we haven't had any rain in a while.
He's is purple. Nice. Hold still, damn it. There we go.
Sorry, man, but your steed is dead. Okay, that was not the group event, that was just a normal boss fight. Okay.
That fang from the blighted Daedra should do nicely.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant armigers.
So here's the interesting new little fact. So now, the Azure Plasm here didn't used to do anything. Now when you get in it, well, you can't actually see the effects. Hold on. It's probably because I'm not damaged. If I had been damaged and jumped in, it would have healed me. And then when you get out, you lose the health that you gained from being in it. And that's effective because you, like the Daedra of Cold Harbor, are healed by Azure Plasma. It's just like Daedra, when you die, you create a new vestige to wear over your body.
Kishka? Do my eyes deceive me? I was sure I was going to turn feral and die out here without ever seeing Kishka again. I'm glad to see he found some help after we got separated. I've dealt with this sort of oblivion excrement before, but never anything like this sickness.
Oblivion excrement?
The anchors. That's one of the reasons I left Tamriel and finally made my way here. I was hoping I was done with Oblivion invasions.
You think this is an
No
invasion
such
from
luck,
Oblivion?
huh? Daedra, floating islands of weird rock, otherworldly terrain. What else could it be? The people of the grotto are smugglers and pirates. We weren't prepared to deal with invaders from Cold Harbor.
How do you know they're from Cold Harbor?
Some of the Daedra have been shouting about Molag Bal and Cold Harbor since they got here. Like they're proud of it or something. Once you have everything Kishka needs, get him to the docks. I'll meet you there, but I don't want to slow you down.
2 more ingredients. And also we gotta find the Sky Shard. And see if we can beat the public group event, if I can find it. Good. File of Tainted Blood. I need those. In the swamp. We're in the swamp.
Disgusting, I know, but a vital ingredient for the curative.
This place belongs to the forces of Molag Bal now.
This is the public group event. Excellent. I'm glad there's other players doing this. Aw, damn it. There we go, that's done. So now I just got to get the Sky Shard and get this last objective, and I think we're done here. Somebody was saying that they thought fall was going to come early this year compared to last year, and I think they're correct. That is definitely a fall shower out there. That is not a summer shower.
How can you tell the difference?
So, I don't know how to explain it. Have you ever, like, looked at a rainfall and just, like, known it was like a cold rain instead of a warm rain? I don't know, it's weird. I can sort of tell a cold rain from a warm rain. I don't know how I can, but I'm generally correct. Very rarely am I ever wrong when it comes to that. It's most certainly a cold rain out there right now. Could you please use the damage over time? Thank you. I've tried to use that ability 3 times now. Got you. I got no loot for that. I fought him completely solo and got no loot for that fight. I fucking hate when that happens. That was not an easy fight. I said...
perimeter of the grotto, outsider. Then I can prepare the curative.
Is that the last of them? Oh, thank feck. Roll! Roll if you can!
Ugh. Don't really want to fight another boss right this minute.
Quickly, Kishka. I can feel my mind slipping already.
I hate to admit it, but the orc is right. We're running out of time.
Come, outsider. I still need your assistance. When we barricaded ourselves at the docks, once the rest of the grotto began to show signs of turning feral, I set up my healer's workstation in the southern hut. However, the elixir is almost ready. You just need to add the remaining ingredients to the cauldron and wait.
Oh good, I have the sky shard marked, so now I'll be able to figure out where to go. But it's not as simple as just running up. It's up here on a platform. You have to go around and through a tunnel to reach it, and I'll show you that in just a minute.
Out. Someone needs to test. Absolutely. Kish.
Slowly, my friend. That isn't bog iron ale.
I feel strong. You did it, Kishka. You and the outsider did it.
It appears we did it, friend. The curative will save those in the grotto, eventually. And once we are all cured and strong enough, we will need to deal with the invading Daedra as well. But that is tomorrow's problem. The tide sent you to me when I needed you most. And for that, I am grateful.
Alright, so let's go and get that sky shard. And then it's time to start area quest. Alright, so the sky shard is up here. Fuck! Leave me alone! I don't really want to mess with you guys right now. And of course I jumped off the edge. Because of course I did. Okay, to get the sky shard, you need to go, and of course, it's constant enemies all the time. You need to go this way. These guys are way less annoying to deal with than Please stop falling off the edge. I don't like getting mad on stream, but it's getting ridiculous. There was no reason for me to have fallen off the edge there. It's like I took a step and fell through the floor.
Sorry, Storm.
Can't what?
I saw what happened there.
But it's what it felt like happened because I was not even close to falling off that edge. Alright, go through here. You gotta run up this hallway, fighting whatever gets in your way. And you got the sky shard. Alright, so time to figure out where the first area quest is. There's one here. That is the closest to the town, so let's do that one first. Oh yeah, I forgot about this new portal that I had.
Let's ride.
Oh, Shatate, how are you going to fix this?
Oh good, there's the snow truffles. Alright, there's the manor. We're gonna go grab the way shrine and then swing back and grab the quest.
Impressive aura, my tusk. You're not from around here, are you? Not all hung up on local superstitions. Good. You looking for work? I could use someone to guard my back.
while I clear the ghosts out of that haunted mansion up on the hill.
Haunted mansion?
The locals call it Coralania Manor. They say it's abandoned and free for salvage. There's rumors of treasure, too. But also that no one who goes after it ever comes out. Not so worried about that. There's one other catch, though.
Who's that?
We've got competition. Another so-called ghost hunter trying to beat me to the punch. So we've got to do it first. And look, if we do happen to find long-lost treasure while we're in there, I'll cut you in for a share. What do you say?
Alright, I'll help you clear out this haunted manor.
Gaz is the name of my rival ghost hunter. Last I saw her, she was hanging around the front doors to the manor. Maybe you could talk to her and see what she's planning? Then we'll know how to keep ahead of her once we get inside.
What can you tell me about your rival?
She's a whimpering little know-it-all who isn't happy unless she's the center of attention. You seem like a quick study. We're about to go talk to her. You'll see exactly what I mean.
How long have you been hunting ghosts?
Look, I'll be honest with you. I'm a bit of an amateur ghost hunter. I cleared out one good haunting, but Gaz got all the credit for it. That's why this job is so important. It's how I'm finally gonna make a name for myself.
What was this other haunting you mentioned?
Glenumbra. The haunting of Chill House. I did all the hard work, while Gaz was more concerned about all that unfinished business nonsense. She got the reward, and the notoriety. I didn't get so much as a thank you.
How did you end up here?
I booked passage on a ship going to the farthest place from where I was at the time. Found out too late that Gaz did too. Just to spite me. We shipwrecked here on Solstice a while back. With the reward money, I'll finally be able to leave.
Made you decide to be a ghost hunter?
I was inspired by a ghost hunting group that visited our stronghold back in Orsinium. Turns out there's a lot more physicality to ghost hunting than I thought. I was tired of wrestling bears back home. Punching ghosts? That's a real challenge.
You can punch ghosts.
Yeah, can't you? But look, it's a secondary measure. I give the ghosts a chance to leave first. If they don't, or can't, that's when I introduce them to my fists.
A woman who so loves punching, she can punch the immaterial, ladies and gentlemen.
Besides it once belonging to necromancers? Not much. These Coralanias really don't like talking about their ancestors. Oh, that's right. No Coralania that went inside ever made it out. Dead or alive. But we're not Coralanias. We'll be alright.
So you say.
Oh, you're back.
I knew you were too much of a lamb's liver to go inside on your own.
It's not like I was waiting for you. I was looking for traps. Who's this with you? So, my sister had to hire help just to feel like she's
Their
above someone,
sisters,
huh?
of course they are.
Typical. Oh, she didn't mention that? Interesting. I wonder what else she's not telling you. Did she say this manor is extremely haunted? And that no one who has ventured inside to find the treasure has ever come out?
She did mention that.
Well, I suppose she didn't mention that it belonged to the ancient necromancers of old Clan Coralania. So there's likely far more than just ghosts to deal with inside. Extra hazards should mean extra pay. What's she paying you anyway?
She wants me a cut of the lost treasure if we happen to find it.
That's not fair! That's what I was going to offer! She's always copying me! It was my idea to clear this place out before Orbesh. If you get tired of her and help me instead, I'll pay you the same.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Nothing left to do but head inside the manor, I suppose. You must not be from Solstice. Locals won't even come near this mansion. Especially not if they have Coralania blood. I tried asking some of those Stark people, but they were too busy.
You're not from Solstice either, are you?
I grew up in a small stronghold in western Orsinium. but I never wanted to be someone's forge wife. I always knew I was meant to see the world. Guess who decided to follow me when I told my family I was leaving?
Orbesh?
She had everything going for her. Clan always said she was everything an orc daughter ought to be. Strong, brave, a good cook. So I can only imagine she decided to tag along just to spite me.
How long did you end up on, or how did you end up on Solstice?
I tried to get away from Orbesh since she hates me so much. Because she's always copying my ideas, I realized too late that she'd booked the same ship out of Daggerfall. We shipwrecked here during a storm. I've been trying to leave ever since.
What do you know about the treasure?
Not much. The gold is certainly enticing, but it's not why I'm a ghost hunter. I want to help lost spirits find peace and move on. And I mean to make a name for myself doing just that, here at Corlania Manor.
That's really the only reason you're here?
If I'm being honest, I guess I'd like to know more about the history of this place. There's gotta be all kinds of information waiting inside. Historical tomes, ancient spellbooks, forbidden knowledge from times long past. It's all a draw to me. As far as I could learn, it was the seat of power for Clan Corlania following their exile to Solstice. Generations of powerful necromancers made their home here. But after the revolution, it was abandoned.
Revolution?
Clan Corlania shifted away from necromancy sometime in the late First Era. That's why they worship the Three Queens now. It seems like there were some necromancy devotees who resisted the change. I think they met violent ends.
Where do you think the mansion was abandoned then?
Anyone on this island will tell you it's because the place is haunted. But I can't imagine that's the whole story. Not unless these islanders are just unusually afraid of ghosts compared to the people of Tamriel.
You're not afraid of ghosts?
Anyone with any sense is afraid of ghosts to some degree. But unlike my sister, I like to understand the plight of a displaced spirit. To try to solve problems without violence first. Maybe that's what this manor needs. A little understanding.
Or quite a bit of punching.
Let's search around the foyer. If there are any spirits in the room with us now,
come out and fight me! For my hired help and I are going to loot this place for all it's worth.
Sea glass. I wonder if it holds sentimental value to the spirits here. Candles? I definitely sense an unusual aura clinging to them.
Hey, wait! Come back and fight me!
A spirit? Did you see it? Where did it come from? What did you
Come
do?
back and fight me!
What did you find? What happened when you touched it? Was it a spirit that flew out, or some sort of spell-like orb? Did you feel any flashes of memory or strange emotions? Which way did it go?
You're asking a lot of questions.
I just want to look at whatever it is you picked up. It's small, right? I doubt it'll be helpful in Orbesh's quest to punch every ghost in the face, or whatever it is she's planning to do.
Fine, have a look.
I've read about things like this. Soul gems, sigil geodes. It holds a soul captive, like a cage. It's warm, isn't it? Whoever was in there must have been trapped for quite some time. We should follow that spirit and learn more.
We?
You and Orbesh can do what you want. I intend to follow that spirit. I'm just, seeing if I can sense its aura to guide me to it.
It's aura, what are you talking about?
I've always been sensitive to things the rest of my family couldn't perceive. Shifts in mood or motivation. Knowing someone's ill intentions before they're revealed to others. It's the same for ghosts. Only
Can you
much
sense
clearer.
mine? Can you sense my aura?
I can, but I think we'd both prefer it if I keep those perceptions to myself. And I just know if I keep talking to you too long, Orbesh might get punchy. We should find out where that spirit went. I had a grasp on the aura from that wisp for the briefest moment, then it was gone. The rest of this place is overwhelming. Hatred, sorrow, regret, endless suffering. Honestly, it's making me a little nauseous. I've read a number of texts on the nature of necromancy that are perfectly relevant and appropriate for my area of study. Which, to be clear, is ghost hunting. My interest is in helping the dead, not controlling them.
Do you think you'll find more relevant reading material in this manner?
I hadn't thought much about it. I suppose we might. It once belonged to ancient necromancers, after all. A good scholar might take it upon herself to preserve what we find, for posterity and historical importance.
Well,
Right.
I can see where it went if I crouch down. But I don't have to tell you guys.
I didn't ask you to. I'm perfectly capable of finding where it went by following the emanations of its aura. I definitely feel a strong, vengeful aura coming from somewhere in this room.
Yeah, from me. Now stay out of the way while we do all the
I was just about to search that. Nothing?
Stay your hands, trespassers. Speak to me, and we may avoid conflict.
It's another talking skeever.
Are you scared, Orbesh? I'm not. I just...
Scavengers, trespassers. Had you not freed me from that soul cage, I would turn my full wrath upon you. And yet, also my rescuers. I owe you my begrudging thanks. I am Valendir, the High Necromancer of
Well, I'm switching over consoles so I can charge my controller, so I'll
Okay.
dip for a bit.
Okay. You look like a skeever to me.
A temporary form borrowed for this occasion. I will find something more dignified soon enough. You come seeking riches, do you not? This manor hosts a vault of Coralania gold, untouched since our days of glory. It's yours if you agree to aid me.
How long were you trapped in that cage? How do you know there's still gold here?
No Coralanian that trespassed these halls after my death would ever be able to leave. No nosy outsiders could find the vault and survive, just as I planned. Gold means nothing to me. Exacting revenge on those who trapped me, that is what I desire.
How are we supposed to help you do that?
By interrogating the spirits that wander these once honored halls. Start in either the Wailing Gardens or my reanimatorium, whichever you prefer. As a show of trust, and to conceal my presence, I will return to the Soul Cage. Do we have an accord?
Alright, we'll help you discover who did this to you.
Take the trapdoor in the corner to enter the reanimatorium, or the south door to reach the gardens. Surely we'll find someone who can tell us how I was murdered. Collect me in the Soul Cage when you are ready to move on.
Tell me more about the Wailing Gardens.
A hedge maze where my sister Lirianwe used to practice her singing in private. My brother Siluron and I called it the Wailing Gardens to tease her for her shyness. In truth, she has a lovely voice. I have missed hearing it these many years.
Tell me about the reanimatorium.
My private sanctum. The domain of my life's work as a necromancer. My usurpers would surely seek to destroy it when they thought I met my end. Oh, I can't wait to see what became of them. Use the trapdoor in the corner to access it. My kin plotted to bury our family's legacy. They told me to forsake my necromancy and embrace their 3 queens. If I complied, they would let me and my siblings live. You'd think they'd know better than to threaten a necromancer. I cursed these grounds and our bloodline in anticipation of treachery. My betrayers would be trapped, and no Coralanian that entered these halls would ever be able to leave. Had I more time,
I'd have added more death traps as well.
Death traps?
You'll see soon enough, trespasser. Do not fret. I am their architect, and I'm helpless to accomplish anything here without your assistance. With my help, the traps will pose minor obstacles to you and your tusked friends.
How did getting trapped in a soul cage factor into this plan of yours?
It didn't, obviously. This soul cage is a tool I invented to circumvent the nastier side effects of lichdom. If I was going to rule this clan for an eternity, I would need to keep my psyche intact.
You're a lich?
I put aside the aspirations of lichdom when my clan began speaking of the 3 queens in rebellion. Protecting my family and our legacy was more important at the time. But I won't allow myself to be blinded by hindsight. We move forward.
It is possible for liches to maintain their psyche. We actually have a proof of that, and there's another necromancer who, she's a lich, but she has her psyche intact, which allows her to still be herself prior to.
What? Absolutely not. We should search the gardens first.
You agree with me, right? Honestly, because I knew Gaz would pick the gardens. I want her whining about me copying her again. I don't really care what we do first.
I'm thrilled to be helping you with Valentir's unfinished business so he can find closure and move on. Even if it means having to work with Orbesh. You agree with me, don't you? The gardens are the perfect place to start. I feel like there's something calling to me in the gardens. Some other forlorn spirit in need of guidance. You don't feel it? And I hate the sound of the reanimatorium. Only one guess as to what goes on there. It makes me shudder.
And you thought the gardens were gonna be less creepy.
Oh, shut up. Aren't you supposed to be punching things?
Come a little closer, maybe I will.
Siblings, let's not quarrel. Mother hates it so.
The maze is overgrown. There's no way inside. Valentir,
Under the bickering. Do you hear it? That music. It's Lirianwe, my sister. She's here. Practicing in the hedge maze, just as she always did. Has she really been trapped here all this time?
Why would she be trapped here?
If she worked in sympathy with those that wish to forsake our family's legacy of necromancy, the curse I set upon this house would have trapped her here. No, it cannot be. Lirianwe would never do that to me. We need to reach her and learn more.
The maze is overgrown. How do you suggest we get through it?
I suppose you might use the soul cage to transfer my essence to that statue. I am more accustomed to animating organic matter, so I will require your direction. Point me to a weak spot, and I will use the statue to break through the hedge.
Alright, get back in the soul cage then.
You, I can depend on. Those other two seem preoccupied with their senseless bickering. Are they always like this?
I don't know, I only just met them.
I shouldn't be surprised. This is the inherent nature of siblings from my experience. Oh, the quarrels Siluran and I used to get into. The way we used to tease our younger sister, Lirianwe. Yeah, it must be the same for you and your siblings?
Yeah, I've had my share of fights with my siblings.
Yes. Perhaps I sound like Gaz by saying so, but I can sense as much in your temperament. It is a blessing to have those who have seen your worst side, know your truest self, and still stand by you anyway. Ready. Mark the way for me then.
It's funny, Reewish actually has a lot of siblings because his father was a bard who showed up and got busy with all the women of the village.
I could do that.
I think we'd still be waiting on you, Orbesh.
I have a whole backstory for him. I don't know if I've shared it on stream before or not. Let me see, which way are we going?
I am situated. I defer to your guidance, trespasser. Another step closer. Keep up, trespassers.
Is this what it's like to be you guys? Letting someone else do all the hard work while you just tag along?
An original thought? Strung together all on your own? Poor Rex. Our parents will be so proud.
Damn, that hits almost as hard as the time that I told my brother to thank, and my mom was like, "You know better than tell your brother to thank."
Very well. Guide me, and let us end this indignity quickly. Cease the bickering, trespassers. We're close now. Lyrion Way is near. A party full of faces, familiar and new.
An outsider? How novel. Would you care for a dance? I've only had other spirits of Clan Coralania here, and it's no fun dancing with family. Oh, let me guess. You're here for the treasure, aren't you?
Yes, we are. Do you know where it is?
Oh, would that I could tell you, newcomer. I died before I made it that far. Now I'm spending eternity with all my family, who thought they could circumvent the curse on this manor too. Oh well, at least there's music and dancing.
Outsiders. It feels like an eternity since I've seen anyone who wasn't a Coralania. How long has it been? Tell me, does our clan still survive? Did the three queens guide us to a new age free from the shackles of necromancy?
Clan Coralania still exists. As far as I know, they aren't necromancers.
Then our revolution was not for nothing. That fickle Valandir. We gave him every chance to adapt and change his ways. Instead, he cursed these grounds. A trap for all that carry Coralania blood. Doomed to dance, never to leave.
Valandir forced you to dance to this music?
The dancing wasn't Valandir. I don't know who it might be. My cousin Lyrianwe doesn't seem all the way here. We're subject to some whim of hers or some other master I don't know. Speak to her. She looks different from the rest of us.
Alright.
Oh, new faces? How exciting. Are you one of the servants that Siluran hired from the mainland? I didn't think he'd ever win that argument against Valandir. Whatever your opinions on necromancy, there's no denying that skeletal servants are simply more practical.
I'm not a servant. Valandir brought me here. We're following the sound of your singing.
Followed it through the Wailing Gardens, did you? I see. My brothers must have sent you to tease me. Twins are so fickle. But I won't let you ruin my night, whoever you are. Look at my audience. See how they dance. And soon, you'll dance for me too.
Is that a threat?
A threat to get you to dance with Valandir. Didn't you say you were his guest? I was hoping to see him and Siluran. My dear brothers always encouraged me to be less shy with my singing. Will Valendir be here soon?
I'm not sure. Let me speak to him and see.
More? More sisters?
Come, trespasser. I won't have Leary see me like this. That thing isn't my sister. It's some artless fabrication containing a fragment of her at best. She seems to think this is some sort of party where she's been asked to sing, like she always wished for, like we always encouraged her to do.
Did we learn anything from talking to her? Do you think she was the one who betrayed you?
I stand by my initial assessment. Leary never would have conspired with those who opposed me. She was a practicing necromancer herself. Her skill might have matched mine given time. But what I've seen here could only have been done by a necromancer. These fragments of my sister's body and spirit are the byproduct of a necromantic procedure of my own invention. I never got it quite right. Hard enough to believe that she might have betrayed me. But then to do this to herself? It's unthinkable.
Is there more information on this procedure in the re-inventorium?
Very astute. That is where I left my notes, and several hindrances to those who would go seeking my work. Fret not. I will guide you safely through them. But do tell Gaz to brace herself. It's as bad down there as she fears.
Okay, so the last time I did this, it was a little glitch, so just as a heads up, we may have some trouble with the getting through here. Hopefully they fixed it since then, but...
What's that fog up ahead?
Valendir? A little help?
Ha! So the miasma trap performed perfectly. In the event of my death, portions of these chambers would fill with a deadly toxin to zombify any that wandered into its mire. Another layer of defense against those who would steal or destroy my work.
But how are we supposed to get through it?
At full power, I might command those zombies to do my bidding. I would have no need for the aid of some ragtag band of trespassers. It would be done in an instant. In this diminished form, I will need your assistance and guidance.
So we need to use the statues again?
You're clever, trespasser. Well worth the gold I've promised you. If only you'd been at my side during the time of our clan's revolution. This manor would still be mine. As before, I will act as the blunt instrument to clear my path to revenge.
The smell down here.
Ready. Mark the way for me then.
Horrible.
Come on. Doesn't smell any worse than the awful pits back home. Got the stomach of a puny elf.
Forgot about this.
Try again, trespasser, and be more mindful of the traps, will you?
Well, that didn't work. I'm not seeing any other... I guess I gotta wait for the mark to... See, but it wasn't active. No, 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 no.
You'll pay for that, you rotten fetchers!
It's going to be very frustrating to try to remember how to do this. Please don't activate again. No! Damn it! Okay, I'm gonna have to look up a guide. This is annoying. They still don't have a guide for this quest after this long. I was sworn there was a guide. From steps. I think I see what needs to be done. One, two. Ha! I did it. Okay, excellent.
It's clearing! Oh! You know what? I'll let you go ahead.
My flesh crafting tools. Blunted from recent use. How is that possible? Let us keep searching. Very well. Guide me, and let us end this indignity quickly.
Oh, I can't hold it. Might have to send Valendir on a path around the traps. I think she's gonna say. Go on. Make sure she doesn't have to clean her lunch off her robes.
I got very lucky just then.
There's something here. A letter, I think.
Near a lot, it's been a month. I've not heard word from our conspiring cousins in the manor. My scouts report no movement from the outside, no couriers, nothing. I believe that our cousin's attempt to kill Valdir may have ended in a stalemate. We both know how dangerous he is, or hopefully was. It would be an unfortunate fate to get for those involved, but really it could be the most bloodless and beneficial outcome for the rest of our clan. Our next order of business is to enter the manor and scourge it of Valendir's work and research. Then we can secure the family's fortune and disperse it among our other clanmates. We all have our gifts, and I grant that yours lies in combat. I defer right of first entry to you and the kin of your choosing. Dispel any traps you may find, and eliminate any undead that wander there still. Yes, even the skeletal servants. They are more practical in every way, but we must remember that we have chosen to forsake necromancy in every form. We must act quickly in case the lizard folk discern that the manor is abandoned and try to take what's rightfully ours. I will follow shortly with a company of laborers and priests. Together we will ensure that Meridia's cleansing light burns our cousin's necromantic devotion from the darkest corners of Corlania Manor. May our three queens watch over you, your cousin Irindil of Clan Coin.
I thought these shambling wretches looked familiar. My traitorous kin fell right into my trap.
This one is, I think, the last one and the most difficult.
I defer to your guidance, trespasser.
Yeah, this will
The
be
armor cannot withstand the traps on the floor, trespasser. Again, please.
He's in place. Shit. Okay, hold on. How did you do this one again? So you mark the cart. That's the most obvious one. Okay. I kind of see what has to be done. Hey, bud, what's up? Okay, I'm gonna have to end the stream early. We're gonna go see my grandfather again, so he is in the hospital, so I'm gonna take this chance to go see him. So I apologize for ending stream early. I will upload this video later. Thank you very much, and have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.